Shout out to everybody out there on White Street. You already know what it is. Salute to everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard reaction for you guys, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. First of all, huge shout out to Nigeria. Has been showing a lot of love, specifically on the Martell Cypher Volume 2. Salute to everybody that's came to show love. I appreciate you guys. Mixed bag of feelings and emotions. You can tell the people who are familiar with my channel versus those who are not. So we're going to do a little bit of a disclosure. I'm going to, in detail, go into the Vector MI beef as we start to unpack Nigerian hip-hop scene with everybody and kind of give everybody a glimpse into it. What I need from you guys, there's a couple things with this disclosure. Number one, if you don't find value in having an outside opinion on your hip-hop scene, just click off. I'm not here to start beef. I'm not here to go back and forth. I'm going to keep it 100 as far as what I like versus what I don't like, and we're going to go and unpack and see who we think won the bars. I've already done the research. I'm on a podcast with Stogie T and Aziza where we went and we unpacked the beef from, we watched the Hennessy dossiers, right? So I've watched all those, as well as a few interviews with Vector here and there, and I have my opinion on who I think won the face-to-face standoff. You know what I'm saying? Without, take the bars out of it. Put them both in the same room. Who my opinion of who walked away as a victor with that is entirely different. You can check that out on the podcast when that finally drops. I'm sure that's going to make its round. I'm going to ruffle some feathers with that. But now we're going to take it away from there and focus just on the rap, focus just on the bars. This is, I believe, the track that started it all. I know there's a line like, what do you expect? Like, why would I kill MI? He's a cool cat. Something along those lines. I read that or seen that on the actual documentary. What I need from you guys is list down in the comments below all the tracks that we need to cover in order to get a full scope of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a scorecard reaction to each of the tracks as an individual, but then when we get to the last one and finalize it, we're then going to, I'm going to give you guys my opinion on who I think won the beef on wax. Who had the best disses, who had the best bars, which songs were just the best quality in general, and kind of go over that. And then we'll finish this series off with the Hennessy ciphers of them, you know, all kumbaya and shit like that on the same cipher. I think that'll be a dope way to, you know, close the series off, as well as give those who are not from Nigeria a view into the hip-hop culture. The whole point of this is to get new eyes on artists that you guys love. Whether I like something or hate something, it doesn't matter. If all of my subscribers are watching it, it gets you guys more views and shit of that nature. That's the whole point of this channel, to bring cultures together. So if you're not cool with that, get the fuck out of here. For those of you who are down in the comments and were like, hey, I don't think you understand some of MI's lines here and there because you don't, you know, you're not familiar with the culture and the background. And those of you that took the time to educate me on that, I appreciate you guys. That's what this is all about. I'm not coming at this from an arrogant perspective like I know everything. I love the conversation. I love the hip hop talk. Like, let's educate me. Tell me why you think those lines were hot if I didn't think those lines were hot. I might not agree with you even after I know, but the point is it starts a good conversation and it allows us to dig into an entirely new culture of hip-hop that I wasn't privy to. If you check my videos from the South African reactions, there's over 150 reaction videos, and like so much stuff has come from that. So now that I'm on this Pan-African podcast where we're diving into rappers from Ghana, we're diving into rappers from Nigeria, I want to start to get a wider scope of the people that you guys really fuck with, so that, you know, we can start to form our own opinions on the channel and, you know, rep the GS gang. So without further ado, let's hop into it. I know it's a long intro, but it's the first one of the series, so I want to kind of lay the groundwork of what to expect. Go ahead and run the gauntlet. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, little bell notification guy. This is going to be a fun journey. I'm ready to hop into it. So let's start it off with Vector. This is my first time actually hearing Vector. So like I said, I've watched all the interviews and stuff like that, but this is my first time hearing him rap, I believe. So fresh reaction. Let's see what happens. And we got the video. I'll full screen for y'all. Oops, hold up. There we go. It's a really grainy video. I'm not sure what year this is from.
Clef on the beat, Sam Clef. I had to hire the professionalism of Emmsong to have your feel. And here with a soul, let's go. Kilode, what the heck do you want from me? Asking if I could kill M.I. Why would I? He's a cool kid. We shed ties. I ain't gotta
Oh, he starts off with that. That's like the first line. Alright, let's bring this back. Let's dissect this, because this is what the whole conversation ends up being about anyway, right? So let's spend some time on this. Let's take this in. First of all, the fact that he's setting the track off with that, like, it's not just like, I thought it was just like in the, you know what I'm saying, just in the song somewhere. I didn't know that was like, I'm gonna set the tone for this track real quick. Let's go.
Let's go. Kilode, what the heck do you want from me? Asking if I could kill M.I. Why would I? He's a cool kid. We shed ties.
Why would I? He's a cool kid. So here's the question. The question comes down to, do you think that's a diss, right? That's what this all stems from, right? What the hell do y'all want from me? Asking if I could kill M.I. Why would I? He's a cool kid. Is that that's the line? With paraphrased?
Emmsong, have your feel. And here with a soul, let's go. Kilode, what the heck do you want from me? Asking if I could kill M.I. Why would I? He's a cool kid. We shed.
That's absolutely a diss. It's like, put your opinions down in the comments. Let's talk about it, because we're gonna have a lot to talk about as we go and dissect each of these videos. It is absolute. Asking if I could kill M.I. Why would I? He's a cool kid. First of all, replace the context with anything else, right? Let's say this is you that we're talking about, and someone asks me, could I fuck your chick? Right? And I'm like, could I fuck it? Why would I? He's cool. I'm not gonna fuck his chick. You're implying that yes, I could. Like, if I willed it, if on a whim I decided to fuck your girl, I could go and do that whenever I want. You don't think that's a diss? The fact that this is, and the fact that to this day he still tries to say that this is not a diss is just beyond me. It blows my fucking mind. This is 100% a diss. If this is not a diss to you, you and I are not raised in the same type of environment, because this shit does not fly on the street. You can't just say some shit like that with your chest. You really can't. If anyone in the history of my battle rap career, if anyone was ever like, oh yeah, if they put on a track, should I go and kill Six? Should I go kill Steve? Nah, why would I? He's cool. Yo, like, we're battling this weekend. Let's go. Let's put it on the books. Let's get it. Like, I don't see how this could not. And then, like, I don't know how old M.I. is, but he don't age well. He looked like he anywhere between 35 and 85. So to call that man a kid is like, how could you? It's 100% disrespectful. It's 100% disrespectful. If I'm M.I. and I'm listening to this, then yes, I'm taking this as a diss. Like, there's no gray area for me. There's no gray area at all. There's no room for interpretation. Everything, anyone saying otherwise is backpedaling and just like plead, like taking a competent plea. Like, it's bullshit to me.
So let's go. Kilode, what the heck do you want from me? Asking if I could kill M.I. Why would I? He's a cool kid. We shed ties. I ain't got a reason to be on the metaphor clash with him. Here's him and I'm me. Kilode, why me? Some on me. FATC, lyrics me.
I like the follow-up. The follow-up definitely gives more to his case of saying that it's not a diss. Hold up.
But he's a cool kid. We shed ties. I ain't got a reason to be on the metaphor clash with him. Here's him and I'm me.
I ain't got a reason to clash with him. He's him. I'm me. That does soften the blow a lot. I just talked all that shit. That does soften the blow a lot. But why are you even saying my name in a song, fam? It's clout chasing. It's 100% clout chasing. That's all it is. Like, I can't believe in my heart at the start of their careers and stuff like that this is anything other than that. It does soften the blow a little bit. It does. Alright, let's keep going.
Kilode, why be some on me? FATC, lyrics me. Don't mind what the critics be talking about behind my back. I don't even hear them talking around, but you don't know what I've been through from all my life. All my days of hunger strike. I sound like Sean, but y'all hold it right.
Kilode, what do people want from me? Oh, Kilode, why can't I just be me? Oh, Kilode, what do people want to see?
You ain't got a problem with pipe and shampoo, nah. M.I., Kanye, and Weezy, not at all, nah. You ain't got a problem riding with the band and Duella, but when it comes to Victor the Viper and Rockefeller, you fellas go crazy on me. But it's okay when Terry G gives you the same beat. It's okay when Timaya gives the same ish, same yeah.
I will say this. Obviously, he's referencing a lot of specific scenarios that is going to make it difficult for those who are not invested in the scenarios surrounding Vector to really give a fuck about this. It's not extremely complicated of a rhyme scheme or anything like that. There's no punch. Like, there's not a lot to give to somebody who's not invested in the conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, if I'm a fan of Vector, or I'm a fan of MI, or I'm a fan of anybody being mentioned, and you know what I mean, in these type of songs, I'm definitely going to tune in. I like the hook. The audio quality itself does seem a little diminished. But again, I don't know what year this came out. This could just be super old shit and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my 2 cents so far.
Square makes a hit from a pre-made hit. Am I wrong being me?
Alright, hold on, bring that back real quick.
It's okay when P Square makes a hit from a pre-made hit. Am I wrong being me?
Yeah, like it's definitely he's taking shots, and the fact that he continues to take the shots and put this comparison between him and the people he considers to be the GOAT, like, yes, it's a diss. Yes, it's a shot. It's not a good shot. It's not a hard shot, but it's a shot. First of all, this hook is hot as shit too. The hook is carrying the song. I bet no one talks about that. Everybody talks about that first line, but y'all didn't tell me that this had a fire hook on it though.
Break it down. Record labels telling me to do the regular. So how am I supposed to be spectacular, vernacular? But everybody's doing that. It's like a prostitute. Everybody's doing that. Oh, Lua, oh, you are the reason.
See, like that's I don't know. This is gonna get to me because that line is absolute trash. Like, if this is the type of bars that he's coming with, I'm not impressed so far. He's
everybody's doing that. It's like a prostitute. Everybody's doing that.
Like, it's not even a good double. It's not even a double. He's just saying, like, nah.
Oh, you are the reason I am me. See, we dummies, you don't understand.
But again, that line was more about him talking about the pressure that he's getting from labels and shit like that. It's not necessarily set up to be a punchline. But putting a soft punch like that, putting a weak metaphor like that in there, takes away from the real shit that he was saying. Because if you take that away, you just look at the line, like, he's talking some real shit. He's talking about the struggle of him going through and getting pressure from the labels to sound a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? When he knows that sounding a certain type of way is not going to propel him into stardom. What he's saying is dope as shit. I think he ruined the bar by adding that weak-ass prostitute flip on it. You know what I'm saying? To see him remix this as a more established artist now, as someone that has some experience, more experience in the booth and shit like that. So, like, to hear him put some dope, because this beat is dope and this hook is fire. I would like to see him remix this with some new verses. Alright, let's go. Let's bring it down to the scorecard. Let's see how we feel about it. Let's get small. Are we small? Nope. 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 There we go. Pull the scorecard up. So if you're new here, we're going to break this down. I don't like just saying that something's dope or trash or yada yada. We're going to break down what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, and kind of go from there. If this is your first scorecard reaction, welcome to the format. So first things first, we are new. This is my very first time listening to him, so I'm not a fan. I don't dislike this artist. There is no bias. My unbiased opinion of this is what we're going to be going off of. Target audience? Probably not. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the target audience for this is going to be people who knew what was going on at the time and were invested into beef. I'm sure he had fans who were genuinely asking him about the MI shit. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think American Reactor was the target audience for the song. However, if you take the verses out and you just got the beat and the hook, it's got mass appeal. It's a super dope vibe to it. Proper setting for this. This could go in like I guess like a beef playlist. It almost has to now, right? It's got so much. There's so much lore behind it at this point that you almost have to put it on your beef playlist. Ghostwriter, for those of you if you're new here, ghostwriter does not mean I actually think that this person had a ghostwriter, but who we hear influences from. And I don't actually have anything clever. No specific person jumped out to me as to who I found that he was like derived from. Bars or lyrics. I'm gonna give it a 16. Average verse, nothing spectacular, nothing terrible. It wasn't crazy. I do think like the prostitute line was super whack. Overall, it was a lot of name dropping, a lot of gripe and shit like that, but there was no standout lyricism. There was no standout vibe. There was no standout gem that was dropped. This sounded like more of a press release. This is like, yo, people are waiting for me to talk about some of this shit. I want to talk about some of this shit. Let's get it off. I don't think that it was particularly a lyrical track. The delivery was pretty good. I like the way he flows. The hook was fire. I'm gonna give it a 20. Best 20 out of 25. Best they could do. Solid. Nothing trash. Beat selection I liked a lot. 15 out of 15 for the beat. Sound quality or mixing, not great, right? I will give it a 10 out of 15. But down in the comments below, you can also let me know, is this just like a grainy quality upload and they actually have like the CD version or some shit like that, the studio quality actually sounds a lot better? I would be interested in listening to that. As of right now, I'll give it 10 out of 15 for sound quality. Effectiveness has to be a 10 out of 10 because people are still talking about this years later. You can't take 1 point away from effectiveness if there's still people talking about this in 2020. You just can't. 10 out of 10 for effectiveness. Enjoyability for me, I don't know, man. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Enjoyable under specific circumstances. I think if you're invested in the beef and you're doing what I'm doing and you want to take the journey to kind of learn and educate yourself on it and just follow the storyline from beginning to end, I think that it's super entertaining. I think that it does have a lot of enjoyability to it. I don't know that I'm bumping the track normally if I didn't know that, like I said before, you know what I'm saying, it's part of the not the target audience type thing. Overall, I would give this a 79 out of 100. That's my score. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Drop down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. Keep it respectful or keep it moving. You dig? As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Let's go. Oh, and what is the next one? Let me know. I need the list of tracks and the order to do them in down in the comments. So do that. Do that for me.